Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So yeah, we take a look at the Bitcoin chart here on the 1 hour time frame. Really, from the last update, we haven't seen too many changes, but the market might have started to move up a little bit in this yellow wave C of 4. We're going to talk about that. Bear in mind, this is only a 1 hour chart overview review. The daily chart was covered in the first video today and will be done tomorrow again. I am again going to send out the weekly newsletter on Saturday. I didn't do that last weekend because I was traveling, but if you want to sign up, you can do so. There's a link in the description, but you can also go to our website under resources newsletter. You will find the free newsletter sign up form. There are typically some updates about cryptocurrencies, general markets, other markets, mindset stuff, and so on. So that will come out on Saturday. Looking at the structure here on the Bitcoin chart, so my communication from the previous video is still sort of valid, and it is about having only 3 waves down. So we haven't got a 5-wave move down yet. This is for me a 3-wave move down, and we could actually still be in the 4th wave. So please note there is a, let's say, bearish count, and a bullish one, of course. Both, however, are arriving at a key pivot, and it's important to note that the white scenario is bullish. The white count suggests that in this area we have to watch for support and for the price to potentially turn around and start the C wave rally to the upside in wave 3. This scenario, of course, I'm tracking this as a B wave pullback in the white bullish count. And yeah, could this be all of wave B? Yes. But if we form another low and actually form a 5-wave pattern, and it doesn't really look like a classical B wave pullback yet, then I assume this is the A wave of the larger B wave. Certainly would be watching for that, which means we have an initial move down, which can be in 3 waves or 5 waves. That's just what an A wave is. Then the next rally, if it's corrective, could be the B wave. There will be a resistance area to watch, and then we can watch for a C wave down, ABC. And as long as we're holding 55,480, the focus could be on higher prices. But it's important to note that the overall structure is very fragile. But this is now a pullback area where the bulls need to turn up to keep the bullish count alive. Now, in this scenario, the price could form a wider B wave, as I showed here, as I've shown with the red lines as well. So a wider ABC flat correction, ABC, or even a zigzag if the A wave forms a 5-wave move. These are just typical corrective patterns. Each of them have their individual rules and so on. But for now, this is simply a pullback into a support area. If the reaction to the support area is somewhat impulsive, we can consider that the overall low has formed already. But as long as we don't go very deep into the support area when we see a substantial reaction, I'm going to watch for a wider A, B, C correction, okay? I will probably not do that if the market goes down quite deep already directly, because then the probabilities that support will hold if we go down eventually lower will reduce. So I would have to consider, if we go down directly but hold support, that we're breaking out already. At least I would have to consider that. Either way, regardless of the microstructure, the levels are clear. We have 4 Fibonacci support levels to watch. 60,837. We're just above that level at the moment. 59,221, 57,647, and 55,480. These are the key Fibonacci levels to watch for this current pullback in an ABC structure. Okay. Now, there is a bearish count as well, in which the yellow count should form 5 waves down. I have to say, though, if we only form 3 waves down here, the probabilities for the yellow, more bearish count will reduce. For now, I'm watching if the market can form a 5-wave move down. If it can, then the next rally should be corrective. Whether that's in the white count or the yellow count doesn't really matter so much in the short term. But if 5 waves down show, it means there's at least 1 more leg down, maybe more as per the yellow count. So in both counts, if we get 5 waves down, the next rally should be corrective. As an ABC structure, there will be a resistance area to watch. And then this could actually be a short trade setup even, right? For at least wave C to the downside, maybe something more bearish. So that means in the short term, these two wave counts are moving together, but the key pivot that distinguishes between bullish and bearish momentum is located at 55,480. Now, if we go to the shorter time frame and zoom in a little bit, I shared with you earlier today that in this move down, which again could form a 5-wave move, whether that's wave A or 1 in the short term, doesn't matter so much. It is possible because we're sort of trolling those lows, okay, hovering around those lows here, but we haven't got a substantial breakdown. So we haven't got a clear break to new lows. Therefore, and that's what often happens, because we're sort of in this wave 4 pattern here in a range, the market could form a flat correction in wave 4 before we get that one more low. And I've got the resistance levels here on the chart, 62,400 to 63,100, but based on the internal structure, 62K to 63.3K. So it's an area to watch. If the market rallies, that would be wave C of 4. Any break above that Fibonacci area would indicate that we've bottomed already. And then we just need to map out the structure here in wave B or wave 2. Even though, as I said, if it's not a 5-wave move down, it's less likely a wave 2. It could still be a B wave rally though, because the A wave can be a 3-wave move. So essentially, it's all about, can the bulls turn up before the lower support breaks here at 55,480? In the very short term, I'd like to see, for clarity, a 5-wave move down. Or alternatively, a break above this resistance area, because then we have made some progress in the chart. Until then, not much is happening. Even, whether we get that rally into resistance or not, from a structural point of view, it doesn't really matter, because it's just the range. As long as we don't break resistance and don't break below the last low, which formed today at around 59,800, nothing changes on this chart. This chart could for days just move up and down. It wouldn't change anything. So yeah, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.